22nd of March 2025. Hi guys, welcome to Rants, the comedy and tragedy of living in Singapore. Now, I've been focusing on my travel channel as the performance on this channel has not been very encouraging. Maybe only the likes of Xia Xue or Simon Boy can make it as YouTubers. There are not many Singaporean writers who would go on YouTube to talk about social political issues. If you think that I'm worth supporting, please like, share and subscribe to my channel and buy my ebooks. For a little historical perspective on previous general elections, do check out Happy in the Minority and the Pandemic pages. Now, Singapore's parliament, well known for being extremely one-sided, civil and boring, suddenly made international headlines with Dr. Tan See Leng insulting NCMP Leong Man Wai with a rather derogatory line taken from a movie script delivered by Andy Lau. Now, all that Mr. Leong did was to get more out of the minister's evasive replies. Now, people laughed, but that's essentially an insult worse than lousy school. And the pompous party sniggered. Some even called Dr. Tan's totally inappropriate statement a refreshing change from the usual proceedings. 有冇搞錯啊? Totally missing the point, Head of Parliament's Communications and Engagement Department, Tay Wee Ling, said, I quote, members from both sides of the House, including ministers, have occasionally included a short phrase or quote in dialect or other languages to illustrate a point. Such expressions are the exception. Please be assured that maintaining appropriate decorum and professionalism, including the use of languages, will remain key priorities in Parliament. Unquote. Now, it's not about dialect or no dialect. Frankly, I don't mind if there's more dialect or even some drama in Parliament. But the trouble is, a minister was belittling Mr. Leong by trying to get the public to think that he was speaking to Mr. Leong at his level. Mr. Leong's 高高在上 sums it up quite nicely. Now, the EBRC came up with the new electoral boundaries on the 11th of March, and Workers' Party Lee Hsien Loong posted the following on Facebook. Now listen to this piece of nonsense.
You know, if you look at Aljunied in 2015, the Workers' Party won 70,000 votes, right? With an electorate of 148,000. And after the election of 2020, for Aljunied, the number of electors rose by 2,000 to 150,000. But the Workers' Party won 85,000 votes. So the Workers' Party won 15,000 more votes with the electoral boundary redrawing of adding 2,000 votes. Now, what the Workers' Party is doing in Parliament is questioning whether there's political interference in the PAP. If anything, the share of voice in some of those constituencies for votes has been lower for the PAP.
The Workers' Party and the rest of the citizens who are against gerrymandering don't have an issue with Workers' Party winning more votes after the redrawing of the boundaries. Now, the results simply show that the plan has backfired. Now, imagine someone fires a shot at you. The round explodes in the chamber of the rifle, right in the face of the shooter. Has the shooter's deliberate act benefited the victim? Do you thank him? No, you thank the faulty rifle for backfiring. Now, the unexpectedly favorable results don't justify the plan. Would you ask your enemies to shoot at you in hope that things will backfire every time? I suspect the PLPs do get it, but just pretend not to. But once again, the pathetic academics are out, like Prof. Eugene Tan. Now, TikTok user rebutted Eugene Tan, who, during an interview with George Yo's brainchild Mothership, had the audacity to say that there has never really been any evidence of unfair practices in the redrawing of electoral boundaries. Now, if you've not seen Jolene's video, go check it out. It's not just on TikTok, but also on Facebook. Now, next time, Prof. Tan should just say he knows not of any evidence of unfair practices in the redrawing of electoral boundaries. He knows not doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Now, the trouble with Singaporeans is that we are either too busy or too lazy to zoom in and analyze. If we do, I suspect that we will find many more questionable explanations for the necessity of certain policies. Of course, not every academic is pathetic. I urge you to check out Prof. Kevin Tan's webinar at Academia SG. On the 12th of March, two women confronted Law and Home Affairs Minister K. Shanmugam at his Meet the People session, causing a commotion outside his Chong Pang branch office. That incident was caught on camera. The 7-minute video was posted on Facebook by Mr. Shanmugam. Now, in case you're wondering what the word press means on these women's shirt, no, they're not asking you to press. They are standing up for media workers killed in Gaza. The names of the victims were printed on the backs of the shirts. Now, this is not the first time or the only MPS that these women have disrupted. They seem to have struck on no less than 10 occasions, as reported by Minister Josephine Teo and Minister Desmond Lee. Now, just like these two women, I don't like POFMA, but there is one thing that I agree with Minister Shanmugam, no matter how much I dislike him. Hijacking these sessions is unfair to residents. Now, personally, I would support an opposition with a constructive approach, prioritizing the welfare of fellow Singaporeans, not these random disruptive people fighting for a cause thousands of miles away with no consideration for fellow citizens right before their eyes. Sadly, we have many people who support the sisters, calling them heroes, Prof. Teh King Soon being one of them. Now, of course, our sisters chose a very convenient time to confront our ministers. A heavy-handed approach will cause them to lose votes in GE 2025. Now, interestingly, back in the 1990s, our society was uniformly against Dr. Chee Soon Juan's antics like hunger strike, dramatic acts of civil disobedience. Many people still remember and won't forgive him for all that. Now we have two sisters who are even more disruptive than the old Dr. Chee ever was, and they are getting supporters. I didn't like what Dr. Chee did in the past, but I support him now. I've not changed my values and principles, but Dr. Chee has changed his approach to getting himself elected. Right becomes wrong and wrong becomes right. Vladimir Putin's outrageous ceasefire demands, initially supported by Donald Trump, who later changed his mind, were also lapped up by folks who are naive and simplistic about China and their good friend Russia. Example, Mr. Tan Kin Lian. Now, sadly, the civilized world is shrinking. If Saddam Hussein were alive today, he would have gotten many supporters should he decide to invade Kuwait now. And it would have been immensely more difficult to liberate Kuwait today. Poor Saddam only had Yasser Arafat and the Palestinian Liberation Organization on his side back then. He has many more supporters now. Singapore ranks 34th on the 2025 World Happiness Report. In 2024, Singaporeans were less happy than the past few years, according to the report. The nation dropped 4 places to 34th in a global study, while Finland remains the world's happiest country for the 8th consecutive year, with Nordic nations dominating the rankings due to strong social trust, high-quality welfare systems, and low inequality. The report also reveals that economic prosperity alone does not guarantee happiness. Social cohesion and work-life balance matter significantly. Seriously, I'm quite surprised by the findings. I've always thought that the majority of Singaporeans are very happy PLPs. Finally, let's all hope that all plans to cheat will backfire on the cheaters. That's all I have for you in this video. Have a great weekend.